What if I told you that the solution to better health, increased energy, and a stronger immune system has been sitting in your bathroom this entire time? And no, it's not some expensive supplement or complicated gadget. It's something so simple that most people actually avoid it at all costs. I'm talking about cold water. And today we're diving deep into the hidden benefits of cold showers that will completely change how you think about your daily routine. Before we jump into the shocking science behind cold exposure, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because I'm constantly sharing game-changing health insights that you won't find anywhere else. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at your shower the same way again. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cold showers? Really? That sounds like torture, not therapy. But here's the thing that most people don't realize. Your body is an incredible adaptation machine. And when you expose it to controlled stress like cold water, it responds in ways that can literally transform your health from the inside out. Let's start with something that affects millions of people worldwide, but rarely gets the attention it deserves. Poor circulation. If you've ever experienced cold hands and feet, numbness in your extremities, or that sluggish feeling that just won't go away, you might be dealing with circulation issues without even knowing it. Here's where cold showers become your secret weapon. When cold water hits your skin, your body immediately goes into survival mode. Your blood vessels constrict, forcing your heart to pump blood more efficiently to your vital organs. But here's the fascinating part that most people miss. When you step out of that cold water, your blood vessels dilate rapidly, creating a powerful pumping action that pushes fresh, oxygen-rich blood throughout your entire body. Think of it like giving your circulatory system a workout. Just like lifting weights makes your muscles stronger, this vascular exercise makes your blood vessels more flexible and efficient. The result? Better circulation that lasts long after you've dried off. But circulation is just the beginning. Let's talk about something that's become an epidemic in our modern world. Mood disorders, depression, and that general feeling of being emotionally flat. What if I told you that cold water exposure could be one of the most powerful natural mood boosters available? When cold water shocks your system, your body releases a flood of neurotransmitters, particularly norepinephrine. This isn't just any chemical we're talking about. Norepinephrine is like nature's antidepressant, and cold exposure can increase its levels by up to 500%. That's more powerful than many pharmaceutical interventions, and it happens naturally in your own body. But there's more to the mood story. Cold exposure also triggers the release of endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that create a natural high. Ever wonder why people who regularly take cold showers seem to have this glow about them, this energy that's hard to describe? They're literally getting a natural chemical boost that improves their mood and mental clarity. And here's something really interesting about the psychological benefits. Cold showers force you to practice something that's incredibly valuable in today's world: stress resilience. When you voluntarily expose yourself to the discomfort of cold water, you're training your mind to remain calm under pressure. You're building mental toughness that carries over into every other area of your life. Now let's dive into what might be the most important benefit of all, especially considering everything we've learned about health in recent years. Your immune system. This is where cold showers really shine, and the science behind this is absolutely fascinating. When you expose your body to cold stress, you trigger something called hormesis. This is your body's adaptive response to mild stressors that actually makes you stronger. Cold exposure stimulates the production of white blood cells, particularly lymphocytes and neutrophils, which are your body's first line of defense against infections and diseases. But here's what makes this even more powerful. Regular cold exposure doesn't just boost your immune system temporarily. It creates lasting changes that make you more resilient to illness over time. Studies have shown that people who regularly take cold showers have significantly fewer sick days and recover faster when they do get ill. There's also something called the inflammatory response that cold water helps regulate. Chronic inflammation is at the root of so many modern health problems, from arthritis to heart disease to autoimmune conditions. Cold exposure helps reduce inflammatory markers in your blood, essentially cooling down the internal fire that causes so much damage over time. Let me share something that might surprise you about the timing and technique of cold showers. Most people think you need to jump into ice-cold water for 20 minutes to get benefits. That's not only unnecessary, it's potentially counterproductive. The sweet spot for most people is starting with lukewarm water and gradually decreasing the temperature over 30 to 60 seconds, then staying in the cold water for just 2 to 3 minutes. Your breathing during cold exposure is crucial. When that cold water hits, your natural instinct is to gasp and breathe rapidly. But if you can control your breathing, taking slow, deep breaths, you'll not only make the experience more manageable, you'll actually amplify the benefits. Controlled breathing during cold exposure enhances the stress response and maximizes the release of beneficial chemicals. Here's something most people don't know about timing. The best time for cold showers is actually in the morning. Why? Because cold exposure naturally increases your core body temperature after the initial shock, giving you energy and alertness that can last for hours. It's like drinking a cup of coffee, but instead of artificial stimulation, you're getting natural energy from your own body's response. But there's a caveat here that's important. If you're dealing with certain health conditions like heart problems, high blood pressure, or if you're pregnant, you need to consult with your healthcare provider before starting cold water therapy. While cold showers are generally safe for most people, they do create physiological stress that might not be appropriate for everyone. Now, let's talk about something that connects all these benefits together. Cold exposure activates something called brown fat, also known as brown adipose tissue. Unlike regular fat that just stores energy, brown fat actually burns calories to generate heat. When you regularly expose yourself to cold, you increase the amount of brown fat in your body, which means you're literally turning your body into a more efficient calorie-burning machine. This has implications beyond just weight management. Brown fat activation improves insulin sensitivity, which means your body becomes better at processing glucose and maintaining stable blood sugar levels. This is huge for preventing diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Here's another hidden benefit that might interest you. Cold showers can significantly improve your sleep quality. Now, this might seem counterintuitive since cold water is energizing, but here's what happens. The temperature regulation that occurs after cold exposure actually helps your body maintain better thermal balance throughout the day, which translates to deeper, more restorative sleep at night. Let me address something that stops many people from even trying cold showers: the fear and discomfort. Yes, cold showers are uncomfortable at first, but here's what I want you to understand. That discomfort is not your enemy. It's actually the mechanism through which you gain all these incredible benefits. Every time you choose to step into that cold water, despite the discomfort, you're literally rewiring your brain to become more resilient. The adaptation happens faster than you might think. Most people find that within a week or two, the initial shock becomes much more manageable. And within a month, many people actually start to crave that cold water experience because they've learned to associate it with the amazing feeling that comes afterward. If you're ready to start incorporating cold showers into your routine, here's my recommendation. Start small. Begin with your normal warm shower, then turn the water to cool for just 30 seconds at the end. Each day, make the water a little colder and stay in a little longer. Build up gradually until you can comfortably handle 2 to 3 minutes of cold water. The key is consistency over intensity. It's better to take a moderately cold shower every day than to shock yourself with ice water once a week. Your body responds to regular, consistent stress much better than occasional extreme stress. Until next time, keep taking control of your health naturally. The combination of improved circulation, enhanced mood, stronger immunity, and increased resilience makes cold water therapy one of the most underrated health practices available. So tomorrow morning, when you step into that shower, remember that you have the power to transform your health with something as simple as turning the temperature dial. Your body is capable of incredible adaptations when you give it the right stimulus. Cold water might just be the stimulus you've been missing. What's your experience with cold showers? Have you noticed any of these benefits? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if this video opened your eyes to the power of cold water therapy, make sure to like this video and share it with someone who could benefit from this information.